The world you live in is designed to make you weak. Comfort, convenience, instant gratification. These are not gifts, they are traps. They soften your mind, they dull your spirit. And when real tragedy strikes, because it will strike, you crumble. Most people walk through life like glass ornaments. One small hit and they shatter. But the Stoics, they were not glass, they were iron. They lived by a code of laws so brutal, so uncompromising, that it made them mentally unbreakable. This wasn't just positive thinking. This was psychological warfare against weakness. Today, we are not here to comfort you. We are here to rewire you. We are going to break down 8 brutal Stoic laws. These laws will hurt. They will challenge everything you believe about happiness. But if you follow them, they will turn your mind into a fortress. Pay attention to law number 6. It is the one law that modern society desperately tries to hide from you. Let's begin. Law number 1, the law of radical acceptance, Amor Fati. Here is a hard truth. The universe does not care about your plans. You plan for a promotion, you get fired. You plan for a long life, you get sick. You plan for happiness, you get chaos. The average person fights this. They scream, "Why me? This isn't fair." This resistance creates suffering. The Stoics had a law for this, Amor Fati, a love of fate. Notice the word love, not tolerate, not put up with. Love. When a boxer gets hit in the face, he doesn't stop to complain that it hurts. He leans into it. He uses the momentum to strike back. Science backs this up. A study conducted at the University of Toronto in 2017 found that individuals who practiced habitual acceptance of their negative emotions experienced significantly less psychological distress than those who tried to fight or suppress them. When you fight reality, your brain's amygdala, the fear center, stays active. When you accept reality, activity shifts to the prefrontal cortex, allowing you to solve the problem. So here is the law. Stop arguing with reality. If it happened, it is good, because it is material for you to build character. Treat every disaster as a workout for your soul. But acceptance is just the defense. Now we need an offense. You need to stop running from pain and start chasing it. Law number 2, the law of voluntary discomfort. Why are you so stressed? Because you are addicted to comfort. You panic when the Wi-Fi is slow. You get angry when the coffee is cold. You have become soft because you never test yourself. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, would purposefully spend days living like a beggar. He would wear rough clothes, eat stale bread, and sleep on the floor. Why? To prove to himself that he could survive anything. This is scientifically known as hormesis. Biologists define hormesis as the beneficial effect of a small dose of a stressor. Just like a cold shower shocks your body to boost your immune system, voluntary discomfort shocks your mind to boost your resilience. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman from Stanford University explains that deliberately doing things you don't want to do stimulates a specific part of the brain called the anterior midcingulate cortex. This area is responsible for willpower. When you choose discomfort, this area physically grows in size. So, apply the law. Take the cold shower. Fast for 16 hours. Leave your phone in the other room. Train yourself to tolerate pain now, so that when life forces pain upon you later, you will not flinch. Law number 3, the law of the Inner Citadel. Imagine a castle. Outside there are enemies. Arrows are flying. Fire is burning. But inside the keep, the king sits on his throne, drinking wine, completely safe. Your mind is that castle. Marcus Aurelius called this the Inner Citadel. He said, the mind, when it withdraws into itself, is satisfied with its own strength. The problem is, you leave the drawbridge down. You let every rude comment, every news headline, and every negative thought march right into your throne room. Who is in charge of your mood? Is it you, or is it the guy who cut you off in traffic? If someone can make you angry with a single word, they own you. You are their slave. Psychologists call this locus of control. People with an external locus of control believe life happens to them. They are anxious and weak. People with an internal locus of control believe they make things happen. They are confident and strong. The law of the inner citadel requires you to pull up the drawbridge. Someone insults you? That is their problem. Outside the walls, you fail a test? That is an event outside the walls. Inside, you remain calm. You remain rational. You decide how to feel. These first three laws are about defense and discipline, but the next laws, they are about action and mortality. Law number 4, the law of silence. You talk too much. We all do. We want to be heard. We want to prove we are smart. But the Stoic Zeno offered a brutal reminder. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. Silence is not empty. Silence is power. When you speak, you are merely repeating what you already know. When you listen, you learn. But more importantly, silence intimidates. It signals confidence. The weak man babbles to fill the void. The strong man is comfortable in the quiet. Psychology calls this status signals. A 2014 study on power dynamics showed that in high-stakes negotiations, the person who spoke less and paused more was perceived as more dominant and intelligent. The law is simple. Never say more than is necessary. Let your actions speak. They are louder and they cannot be argued with. Law number 5, the law of ruthless focus. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but he constantly reminded himself to work like a Roman. What did that mean? It meant doing the task in front of him with precise and genuine seriousness. In the modern world, we are addicted to multitasking. We watch TV while eating. We check emails while talking to our kids. We are doing everything, so we achieve nothing. Multitasking is a myth. Neuroscientist Dr. Earl Miller from MIT confirms that the human brain literally cannot focus on 2 things at once. It just switches rapidly, which drops your IQ by up to 15 points, similar to being stoned. The Stoic law requires you to monotask. When you eat, just eat. When you read, just read. Cut away the noise. If you treat every small task like it is the most important thing in the world, eventually you will build a life that is important. We are halfway through rewiring your mind. If you are still watching, it means you are part of the rare 1% who actually wants to change. Don't just watch, commit. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. We upload daily wisdom to make you stronger. And tell me in the comments, which of these laws is the hardest for you to follow? Let's be honest with each other. Law number 6, Memento Mori, remember death. This is the law society tries to hide from you. We pretend we will live forever. We waste time holding grudges, worrying about money, and delaying our dreams. The Stoics demand you look at the skeleton in the room. Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. It sounds depressing? No, it is the ultimate motivation. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. If you knew you had 24 hours left, would you care about that rude comment on the internet? Would you care about being embarrassed? No, you would focus only on what truly matters. This connects to terror management theory, or TMT, established by social psychologists Greenberg, Pishchinsky, and Solomon in 1986. Their research proved that when humans are reminded of their mortality, they become fiercely prioritized. They drop the trivial nonsense and focus on their core values and legacy. Use death as a tool. Let it scare you into living. Law number 7, the law of objective judgment. Stop romanticizing the world. Stop adding glamour to things that don't matter. Marcus Aurelius had a brutal way of seeing the world. He looked at expensive wine and said, "This is just fermented grape juice." He looked at his purple royal robes and said, "This is just sheep's wool dyed with shellfish blood." He stripped away the fake value. Apply this to your stress. That huge meeting, it is just people talking in a room. That fancy car you want, it is just metal and rubber. This is called cognitive reappraisal in modern psychology. By changing how you label an object or event, you change your emotional reaction to it. When you see things plainly, they lose their power over you. You become impossible to manipulate. Law number 8, the law of action, the obstacle is the way. Philosophy is worthless if it stays in your head. The final law is the bridge between thought and reality. A Stoic does not ask for the path to be easy. A Stoic knows that the path is the difficulty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Did you fail? Good, you learned. Did you get rejected? Good, you built thick skin. Is the problem hard? Good, it will make you strong. Psychologist Peter Gallwitzer's research, 1999, on implementation intentions shows that people who plan for obstacles are 300% more likely to achieve their goals than those who just hope for the best. Don't pray for the mountain to move. Pray for a stronger back to climate. Become unbreakable. Radical acceptance, voluntary discomfort, the inner citadel, silence, focus, death, objective judgment, action. These are not just laws. They are a new operating system for your brain. The world is going to try to break you. It will try to make you soft, scared, and reactive. Do not let it. We are building a legion of modern Stoics right here on this channel. If you are with us, verify your commitment, subscribe, and turn on the bell. We will be back tomorrow with another lesson in power. Until then, stay strong, stay Stoic.